Hey, it's me. It's been a while, hasn't it? I have been intending to give you guys an update and let you know where I went. I know it seems like I just disappeared, and I guess I did for a bit from YouTube. I was here present in my life, obviously. I'm still around. I've had a lot going on. Mostly health stuff. None of it is like life-threatening or anything like that, but it's all really annoying. When I just feel like I've been going to the doctor all year long. So let me tell you what's happening. 2017, a few days after Christmas, I started having a pain in my abdomen, like below my navel and to the left, and couldn't figure out what is this. Like it was really bad. Now it got better as time went on, and then now it's getting bad again. Let me tell you what I've had done. Okay, my primary care doctor, I went to her. She didn't see anything. Neither of us. We were like, I don't see anything. Like, we can't figure out what's happening. I asked her for an MRI. This is January. She didn't want to do an MRI for whatever reason, whatever protocol that has to be followed. So I've had a CT scan, 2 ultrasounds, a colonoscopy, and finally, last month, this is September. I mean, this is October, but in September 2018, she finally ordered an MRI. And I have fibroids. So, and I know they're common. I know friends who've had fibroid surgery, or, were able to take this drug or that drug to shrink them. I know, I know it's common. It's very common amongst Black women, women who don't have children, which I do not. So it seems like that might have been one of the first things she should have checked for. But she was convinced it was all these other things. Oh, you might have diverticulitis. Oh, it could be this. It could be. Would you please give me the MRI so we can see everything that's in there instead of, So I've spent, I don't know how much money, how much time, how much energy dealing with this. And not to mention just being in pain, and also like what is going on. Because, when they're doing ultrasounds and colonoscopies and all this, after a while you run out of, there's only so much in there, in that area, like there are only so many organs, so many physical structures that are in there. Like, do the MRI so we can see everything. If you're squeamish, you may not want to hear this. It's not too bad. But when I saw that MRI, and this isn't even a particularly large, I have multiple fibroids. Two of them are larger than the others. But seeing the MRI image, and the doctor, the surgeon, I'm going to have surgery in December, but he manipulated the image, turned it around so I could see it. He's like, okay, that's your uterus right there, and that's the fibroid. I'm like, well, the 2 fibroids together are like way bigger than my uterus. So yeah, that looks like that would hurt. So I'll be having laparoscopic myomectomy surgery. It's like robotic surgery where they make 3 tiny incisions and basically shred the fibroid. They're gonna keep me overnight in the hospital, and then I'll be, he said, don't count on really doing anything for 2 weeks, and then resume like light duty after that. So I won't be able to lift anything heavy for a bit, and it could take up to 3 months for me to recover fully. Ain't nobody got time for that, but like that's my only option. He said the other 2 options, which are not available to me, he said we could do pain management. And I said, well, what does that mean? Like, what would you give me? Because I don't want to be on pain pills long term either. I would basically have to be on them until I complete menopause, and I'm not even, don't think I've even started menopause or perimenopause or whatever the heck. So that would be a very long time to be on pain pills. And when you do that, you got to be concerned about your liver. You know, your liver and your kidneys, you might want them to work. What are you going to put me on? And he mentioned anti-inflammatories. I'm allergic to NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. I can't take Aleve. I can't take Motrin. Like, I can't take that stuff. He said, okay, well, we could put you on birth control pills. Can't take birth control pills. They make me horribly, horribly, horribly depressed. Like, it's like flipping a switch and the whole world goes dark. So I can't live like that for the next, I don't know how many years, 10 years or whatever, I don't know. Surgery is my only option. So I have to have that. I fell on set in July, and I hurt myself. I hurt my wrist and I hurt my back. And I thought it would be okay. The people that I was working for, the show that I was working on at the time, they were great. They had me see the medic. The medic iced me, you know, asked me did I want to, had me fill out an incident report and asked me if I wanted to fill out workers' comp papers. And I told them, I said, no, I should be fine. I just figured I'm just sore because I fell, but it turns out that I'm not really okay. My wrist still bothers me, and this is 3 months later, 3 months and maybe a couple weeks later. My back has gotten worse, like I'm having a real problem. So I went to a chiropractor, I went to physical therapy, I went to a pain management doctor who gave me a couple of Mercaine injections, which is like an anesthetic, and they all helped somewhat, but nothing's getting to the root of the problem. So I had to go back and talk to the people at this show and say, look, I thought I'd be okay, but I'm not. And again, they've been good. They've been good about the way they've handled it. So now I'm going through their insurance to get treatment for this. But in the meantime, you know, I'm in pain. You know, I'm in pain, and just then also that's enough, right? So I'm telling you why I haven't been here. I've mentioned before that I have issues with anxiety. A lot of people get surprised because I'm not shy. Like, if I say it's generalized anxiety disorder, I've had it since I was 19. I started getting panic attacks. I was on medication for a long time, and I've been off the medication now for about 10 years, and I never wanted to take it again because I don't like the side effects. I yawn a lot. It makes me feel disconnected. Like I just don't feel like myself. The anxiety is gone, but I feel more impulsive. Like I don't like it. And I don't want to be irresponsible and tell people that if you need some kind of psychiatric medication that you shouldn't take it. I think you need to evaluate your situation. Me being off medication isn't going to make it more likely that I'm going to harm someone or harm myself or anything like that. It's not a life or death situation. It's a quality of life issue. But I've had anxiety really, really, really bad. Like to the point where if I have more than 2 things on my schedule in a day, sometimes 1, if I got more than 1 thing to do, I get home and I'm hyperventilating. Like, and it's not normal. I know what it is, but that in itself, it creates more anxiety because it's stressful. I mean, I got stuff to do. I have a busy life, and I got things to do, and I can't be. I would like this individual to get out this parking spot so I can park. People, see, now there's a car behind me. Are you coming? Okay. I hate honking at people, but like sometimes it's necessary. So anxiety, I probably could do a whole video on what anxiety is like for me, because it manifests in different ways for different people. But I've been dealing with this for a long time. It comes and it goes, but now it has come and it has stayed. And I this man on a walker, he was walking across the parking lot, and I was like waiting for him to get across from in front of my car so that I could pull into this parking spot. He stopped right in front of my car, pulled his phone out, and started looking at it. And I just looked at him, and he happened to look up and see me, and so he smiled, and he didn't know, I don't know, wasn't paying attention to the fact that he was in the middle of the parking lot. So that's where I have been. I'm trying to manage my life and keep it all together. That's all I can tell you right now, is that I have basically taken non-essential things out of my schedule. Like, my friends are probably wondering, well, some of them I've talked to, but some of them I'm sure they're like, where is Nicole? What's wrong? We ain't seen her in a minute. I'm here. I'm really just making my world as small as it needs to be right now, so that I can manage this anxiety thing. But I have a feeling that I'm going to, I got a feeling that I'm going to have to go back on medication. And so that, the thing I'm dealing with my back, and the fibroid issue, which we've just got to the bottom of, it has just expanded and taken up a lot of my life. All right, I'm gonna go in the post office, pick up my mail. I gotta return something to the mall, and then I gotta go home, and I got some stuff to do at home. I will try to be back soon. Really, I will. I miss talking to you all. I miss making videos. I know. I see people leaving comments on older videos, and I always respond when I see them, but I just haven't quite felt up to making a video. And also, like, if I'm not feeling great, not saying that I have to be like, oh, happy all the time, jazz hands or anything like that, but who wants to watch a bunch of videos with somebody who's griping about, like, oh, my back hurts today, oh, my foot hurts today, oh, I'm stressed? Like, nobody, I don't want to see that. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 times if you're really having a hard time, but otherwise, I'm an advocate for you going offline and getting your life together. So that's what I'm trying to do, and I don't want to subject you guys to this, but I do want to be honest about what is going on with me, okay? Oh, y'all pray for me. Pray for me. It's gonna be all right, but it's not great at the moment. I will talk to you soon. Okay. I went to the post office. I came out. I was in the car, and I really thought about the fact that there may be a lot of viewers who aren't familiar with anxiety, because usually what happens is people understand depression on some level, but not anxiety. And sometimes anxiety and depression can go hand in hand. I don't tend to get depressed. Like, if somebody dies that I really cared about, or life events or things like that happen, sometimes I can be depressed in the sense that we all get depressed. Yeah, there's certain things that are going to happen in your life, and you're going to be really sad about it for a while, and then time heals. Anxiety is different. For me, it feels like there's an engine running in my chest all the time. Run. You know how, like, when your car is on fast idle and something's wrong with it? I don't know if you've ever had that experience where you're like, wait a minute, this car, something ain't right. This car ain't, like, is it gonna blow up? What's about to happen? Well, imagine that. I'm sorry, but my iPod cut off, and it looks different because I have an Android phone, and Androids don't have, I think they're better phones. I think Androids are better phones, but the cameras can get kind of sketchy sometimes. So, as I was explaining, you know how when your car is doing that fast idle? No, that doesn't help. And you know something isn't right. Well, that's kind of that when I'm having issues with anxiety. That's how I feel. It's like, the way I've explained it is when you go to a movie, you're in the movie theater, say it's a horror movie, which I don't go to horror movies, I can't handle them. I can't. But you're there and you're like, oh my goodness, the monster just went in that closet and she's about to open the door. No, don't go in the closet. Oh my goodness. And so then the protagonist's character's hand puts her hand on the doorknob, and you're like, oh my God, what's about to happen? And the movie goes black. And you're just like this. That's the feeling. That's how it feels. Like you're just on 10 all the time. And if it goes past that, then it's my eye will start twitching, just, because, and I might look outwardly calm. Sometimes you can tell. Even sometimes when you go back and look at videos, you can tell that I'm having an issue that day because I'm talking really fast. And my mother will watch a video and say, you sound crazy today. You can always count on family to tell you the truth, but yeah, that's how it feels. Even if I seem outwardly calm, that's how I feel. A lot of times I'm very calm because I'm just trying to not appear crazy. I'm trying to hold it together so that I'm not not like this, because that's who wants to be that way. And I'm trying to calm myself down, but my eye will start twitching. And I'll know, okay, something's going on that you're not dealing with, and let's figure out what I need to do about it. And if it goes past that, then that's when we get into panic attack territory, which is hyperventilating. That's usually the first step, is I can feel my breathing getting weird. The next step is my extremity, my lips and fingers will start to tingle. My lips will feel kind of numb. My fingers will feel kind of tingly. And then after that, it's just all hell breaks loose, where it's full-blown hyperventilation. My lips don't feel right. It's like I drank 10 cups of coffee, caffeinated coffee, because I drink decaf 9.5 out of 10. I only drink caffeinated coffee when I really feel like I might fall asleep somewhere. But it's unpleasant, and that's the bottom line. It's very unpleasant, and it's not sustainable. You cannot operate that way day in and day out. And so in trying to keep myself together, it takes up a lot of energy. Sometimes I won't leave my home just because I don't have the bandwidth to deal with anything other than keeping myself together and the things that I have to do to keep my life on track. I'm sorry, I turn off my phone. I can't listen to nobody's problems today. I can't fix anybody's situation. I can't help you. I am trying to help myself. And I think I urge you to listen with an open mind to me saying that, because anybody who's in my life knows that if I can help you, I'm gonna help you however I can. I do have my boundaries. I'm not one of those that's gonna, I'm gonna run around naked because you got all my clothes. That ain't happening. But I will help however I can, without hurting myself. And I think that's the way I do things. But when I'm having a real issue with anxiety, I can't help you. I'll pray for you, but that's the best that I can do, because I need to help me. So that's where I am right now when I say I don't have enough bandwidth to do A lot of the things that I would like to do, like be on a regular schedule with my YouTube channel. I would like to do that. Sometimes I just cannot. You know how not long ago, or even back in the day, if you had too many devices on your internet, it would get really, really, really slow. You know that? Just because you don't have enough bandwidth to support all of the things that you're trying to do. Well, that's how I look at myself. The more energy I have to expend in keeping anxiety at bay, calming myself, be it meditating, yoga, be it just like at home, quiet. Just, I don't hear nobody, I won't talk to anybody. The more energy I have to expend on that, the less bandwidth I have to do other things. And that's really what it is. So that's what's going on with me. And I hope you understand the nature of anxiety a little better, my anxiety a little better. A lot of people just think it's the same thing as when you're nervous for a test, or or ask if how can you be an actress and auditioning all the time and you have anxiety? It's not the same thing. Like, it's not the same as being nervous. Do I get nervous for auditions? On occasion, not so much anymore, just because I've been doing this for a long time. Like, I know the gig. I make sure I'm prepared. I get nervous when I ain't fully prepared. Like, you got a 12-page script last night and you're auditioning this morning and you don't know all those lines. Then I get nervous, but for the most part, rarely. But even when I do, it's not the same as anxiety. Anxiety is not grounded in anything real. And I know it up here. I know it. But it's like my central nervous system didn't get the memo that it's not real. And it's responding as if there's some kind of real threat to my life and well-being. And it's trying to protect me. It's that fight or flight syndrome all the time. So I'm just trying to get a handle on that. All right, I'm going to go in the mall. I'm going to take this stuff back. I have to make a couple phone calls today, handle some business. And I'll see you. All right, bye.